Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe and John here with Petroleum Service Company, and today I'm actually hoping that John can help teach me about one of Sunoco's newer high-performance racing fuels that they call Surge.
Well, Joe, I'm going to do my best here. It's actually called Sunoco Surge 105, and it's for all those vintage car owners as well as any older carbureted engines requiring leaded fuel and utilizing a choke system.
Okay, so right off the bat, if you have a fuel-injected engine, get out of here. Look the other way, right?
That's exactly right, Joe. This one is not for you. Sunoco Surge is a leaded gasoline that has an octane rating of 105. This fuel was designed to be very similar to the regular leaded fuel you could buy back at the pump back in the 60s.
Isn't modern fuel supposed to be better than what you could get at the pump in the 60s?
Right. Well, modern engines do like modern fuel, but vintage engines were not built to run on the modern fuels we see these days. So interestingly, when the car manufacturers in the 70s were required to use the new unleaded gasoline, the engines and the fuels took several years to work through the issues that were involved with the unleaded fuel. It had a much lower octane rating as well as a higher vapor point. This meant a lot of pinging issues as well as hard starts in the winter.
Right off the bat, I remember in the cold, my father's old Chevy just constantly just hearing it, bing, 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 trying to start back in the day. Yeah.
Right, and everybody's seen that their own little system to get their car running. Was it, pull the choke, pump the gas 3 times, turn the key, cross those fingers, baby, I hope she starts.
Those were the days.
Were they though? Well, for those vintage car owners, they're still living it. Older carbureted engines need higher octane rated fuel and one that vaporizes faster for easier starting. I have my 1967 Mustang and it hates the modern fuel at the pump.
Yep.
On the cold days, it hard starts, but on hot days, it's pinging on hills. Well, guess what? Sunoco Surge eliminates all those issues.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, in that case then, aren't we saying that old fuel's better than new fuel?
I don't want to call it an old fuel. It's more of a modern fuel meeting old fuel specifications.
Oh, okay.
The refining and purity of Sunoco Surge makes it far superior to the actual fuel you would have at the pumps back in the 60s. Now, additionally, Sunoco Surge contains 0 alcohol content and can be stored up to 3 years, which is a big difference to modern fuels. This is another great benefit to the vintage car owner whose vehicle only sees limited weekend use at best.
I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, really to recap, if you have a classic car, this is the fuel that you need to use. But, I mean, who else can benefit from using Sunoco Surge? I'm sure this isn't just for those guys.
That's a great question, Joe. Basically all vehicles that run on older carbureted systems, especially those operating in colder conditions. As a matter of fact, all small engines, motorcycles, ATVs, go-karts, they'll all benefit from this.
So not only can these vehicles see the benefits of using Sunoco Surge, but I mean, it sounds like this fuel can solve a lot of their carburation issues.
You hit the nail on the head, Joe. So does Sunoco Surge 105.
All right, that was fantastic. Thank you for that little brief overview of our Sunoco Surge 105 leaded racing fuel, available now at petroleumservicecompany.com. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, email us, hit us up in the chat. We'll be more than happy to help. And for Petroleum Service Company, I'm Joe. With me as always is John. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.